Welcome to video number 6 in our deliverance seminar. In this video, we want to explain how to use the questionnaire in preparation for conducting a deliverance session. And in this video, we're also going to be given an overview of what takes place during a second interview prior to that deliverance session. So if you turn to page 46 in your manual, and it's the top of the page, the heading is How to Use the Questionnaire. So this questionnaire will be brought back to you at the second interview with the individual. And so you're going to take that questionnaire at the second interview, what we're going to be talking about in a little bit, and you're going to be going line by line with the person, asking any clarifying questions. Then following that, you're going to take that questionnaire and you're going to prepare an outline for the deliverance session. So if you can look on page 46, you can see that the questionnaire towards the top says questions 1 through 7. It lets you know the person's spiritual background, including their salvation experience. Questions 11 through 12 will give you clue about their family, the ethnic and cultural matters that could have a spiritual effect on the person, such as generational curses. Question number 13 through 38 will reveal rejection issues as well as possible abuse and neglect issues. Questions 39 through 42 is going to look at family involvement, generational involvement in cults, false religions, and secret societies. Questions 43 through 52 is going to look for areas of mental weakness or mental illnesses that oftentimes are demonic. And we want to have that information. So that's what those things will reveal to us. On page 47, questions 53 through 64, it will expose the individual's personal involvement with witchcraft and the occult. So this is a major open door for the demonic, second only to sexual sins. Questions 65 through 68 reveals the spirit of Antichrist, which can enter through various types of music. Question 69 deals with tattoos. Now we have a video, not a video, but we have a teaching in the manual, one of the last teachings on your manual towards the back that deals specifically with tattoos. Let me just read this paragraph here on page 47. Question number 69 deals with tattoos. The Christian culture has changed dramatically as it pertains to tattoos during the last 20 years. Even though there are commands strictly forbidding the tattooing of the body, as well as cuttings and body art, has become a common practice among Christians. And so what you want to do is look at why did they get that tattoo? What is the purpose? What does that tattoo reveal? And so you explore that. We don't condemn them. We don't put them down. We want information. We want to know why they got this tattoo because it reveals a lot about the individual and where they are. And also a lot of the pain that they're carrying upon themselves at the time. Okay, on page 47, questions number 70 through 87. It's a listing of fruits and or manifestations of various spirits or strongholds. So if you would look underneath questions 70 through 87, you can see this category or this list. So if you would use their questionnaire, and if they have a lot marked under number 70, bondage and witchcraft, then you know that there's something that needs to be focused on there. Or number 71, bondage, or 72, fruits of Antichrist, and you can go on. And so each one of these little sections in that questionnaire helps you to focus in on the individual, and it lets you know what area of their life is, how Satan is working in that particular area in their life. Question number 88 is a good place to start with anyone you counsel. You're asking them, why are you here? And often their response will be a fruit of an underlying issue. Questions 89 to 96 is going to reveal a list of lies people believe about themselves. And so a lot of the part of the ministry of deliverance is getting people to renounce the lies and embrace the truth. We want to embrace the truth about what God says about the people, what God says about the individual, and at the same time renouncing the lies about what Satan says about the individual. Going to number 97, will illuminate a major issue facing or affecting the person, and it'll help you pinpoint your approach to their deliverance. It's a huge illuminator, number 97 is. Questions number 98, we did discuss that a little bit in the previous video. It's an extremely important question. If they have repeated deliverance sessions with other ministries and they are still not walking in freedom, there's usually an underlying reason. Like I said in the previous video, they might be looking for a quick fix, or they may be in sin and keeping a door open to Satan. They're not shutting the doors and giving Satan a foothold into their life. Or they may have a problem with unforgiveness and bitterness, and that root of bitterness has not been dealt with. They have not put that particular situation on their forgiveness worksheet, and they have not put it through that process. Or they may have a mental illness or a multiple personality disorder that needs dealt with. Then question number 99 on page 48, it just lets you know how serious they are about God, and to give you an idea of where they are spiritually, if they have goals and dreams. And then question number 100 is anything else. They'll fill that in there if they have anything else that may have been omitted in any of the other questions in that questionnaire. So that is how you can use that questionnaire as you lead up to a deliverance session. Now we're going to look at what takes place during a second interview with a person. So they've already had a first interview. They were given the homework of a forgiveness worksheet. They were given a soul tie worksheet, and they were given a questionnaire. And the forgiveness worksheet and the soul tie worksheet, they do at home, and they do not bring that back. That information is only between them and God. However, that questionnaire has to be brought back to the second interview. So on page 50, we want to look at the second interview with the person seeking deliverance. So the teaching on forgiveness, we're going to be looking at that in our next video. So we're not going to go in any detail with it right now. But so you will teach on forgiveness and how to help that person stand on the decision that they have made to forgive that person, whether it was their elementary school teacher, a bully on the playground, or somebody that molested them, somebody that raped them, or somebody that hurt them in any other way. So we're going to teach on how they can stand on the decisions that they have made. We're also going to be teaching on soul ties and how they can stand on the decisions that they have made to break those emotional connections that they had with an individual that they had a sexual relationship with outside of marriage. We're also going to be teaching on entry points or open doors or legal rights that we're giving to Satan to get him, that allows him to be involved in our lives. And so we want to help this person get these doors shut. And the next thing that we're going to do in a second interview, we're going to take the questionnaire that they bring back with them, and we're going to go line by line down through that questionnaire, asking them to clarify anything that we don't understand or to get more information, because we need as much information that we can from the individual to help minister to them as effectively as we possibly can. And following the second interview, the middle of page 50, it says scheduling the deliverance session. The line underneath that heading, it says the team leader will then schedule a deliverance session with the individual, again taking the time to prepare them for what to expect. And so this is what we do to prepare them for what to expect. It's from the middle and following on page 50, it says, review again what the individual can expect from the deliverance session. You do tell them this during the first interview, but we repeat it in the second interview because we want to try to help them to feel as comfortable and confident in us as they get ready to go to their deliverance session. So number one, under the heading, review again what the individual can expect from the deliverance session. Number one is what deliverance is. And we've already covered this when we talked about the first interview. So and the content is exactly the same as the first interview. So I'm not going to go through all of that again. Same on page 51. This is the same content that you use during the first interview to prepare the individual for the deliverance session. But at the middle of page 51, there's a bold heading there. It says, concluding the second interview. You conclude the second interview by building the faith of the person and preparing them for the battle they will encounter following the deliverance session. They must be taught to be prepared to fight so their deliverance will be maintained. So this is the end of video number 6, and in our next video, we're going to be discussing the teachings that you will present to the person during the second interview. The teachings you're going to present to them is how to stand on your decision to forgive, how to stand on your decision that you have broken ungodly soul ties and emotional connections with people that you've had relationships with outside of marriage, and also how to close entry points or open doors that is allowing Satan to get a foothold into your life. So that is what we're going to be talking about in our next video.